Morning, children. How are you all? I hope all of you are fine and you have given your exam. I think it was very good, right? So, without delaying our time, I want to start your next class, and your next topic should be from grammar verbs, non finites. I think you know it is in your syllabus for the next exam, so you can see this chapter in your grammar book also. So I think you remember about verb, I think, right? Verb, what is verb? Action word, right? But a verb should be two types. I think this also you know, finite verbs and non-finite verbs, right? So, and here you can see I have divided these verbs. You know what is verb, and verbs are two types of, I think you also know. Already it was done when you read a chapter of verb, finite verb, non-finite verb, right? And what is finite verb, what is non-finite verb, I think you remember. And there you can see another division which I have made for non-finite verbs. Okay, these non-finite verbs are divided into three types of, okay, the infinitive, participles, gerund. Okay, so verbs are two types of, finite verbs and non-finite verbs. Non-finite verbs are three types of. One, infinitive, next number two, participles, number three, gerunds. Okay, I will come to these parts after some time, but before that I want to discuss with you finite verbs and non-finite verbs. First of all, you have to identify which is finite verb, which is non-finite verb. Then you can divide these three parts: the infinitive, the participles, gerunds. Okay, there I have written some examples. You can see first this example. You can see he always succeeds. This is double C. Okay, he always succeeds in business. Here you can find the verb. Which is the verb? Here I have already underlined it, succeed. This is the verb in this sentence, right? Now, what is finite verb? The verb has a subject which is limited by number and person. If the verb in the sentence has a subject, if you ask a question to this verb, succeed, do you get any subject? Yes, we are getting a subject, he. He always succeed in business. We are getting a subject directly, right? So the verb has a subject which is limited by number and person. You can understand there you can count how many persons should be there, right? So it is the limitation, it is limited by number and person. So that is finite verb. Okay, and what is non-finite verb? The verb has no subject and not limited by number or person. See, here I have written one example. He tries to succeed in business. Here, succeed. Before succeed, it is to here. It is to. This is used here. So, here, to succeed has no subject. If you directly asked any question to the succeed, this word, he tries to succeed. Okay, here directly you are getting answer. He always succeeds. If you are asking a question to this verb, so directly you are getting an answer. But here you are not getting any subject directly. He tries to succeed in business. I think you can understand the difference of the meaning. Here succeeds, he always succeeds, but here he tries to succeed. Here this word to, this is used to give the meaning of this verb little bit differently, right? So here to succeed, if you are questioning, if you are pointing out this verb, you are getting another word just before it, to. This is not a subject in this sentence, right? So here to succeed has no subject, and here it is not limited by number of person also. So what should be its meaning? It only names the action denoted by the verb tries. Here the verb is try. I think you can see here the verb is try. Okay. Now you can say, ma'am, this verb should be finite verb. Yes, this verb should be finite verb, but I am telling about non-finite. You have to find out finite verb and non-finite verb both. Okay, and in one sentence you can get it both. You have to find out that. So here the last word is last sentence I have written. See, it only names the action denoted by the verb tries. If I am watching this word, this is a verb, this is a action, this is the action word. So just see, this action denoted by the word tries, it is denoted by this word. To succeed, it is denoted by this verb, right? So that is what it written here. So I hope you have understood what is finite verb and what is non-finite verb. When you will ask a question to the subject, when you will get a subject, means the verb has a subject that is limited by number of person. If you are getting this, so you can understand that should be a finite verb. But if you are not getting a subject for that verb directly, so you can understand that that is non-finite verb, right? So I have arranged some examples for you here. You have to done it. You have to do it. You have to do it. See, find out finite and non-finite verbs. Okay, I will come to next parts. I will come to this next parts. But before that, you have to practice this. These are very easy. What you have to do, you have to find out the finite verb and non-finite verb both. Okay, and in one sentence you can find both. Sometimes you will get only finite verbs, sometimes you will get only non-finite verbs, but sometimes you will get both finite and non-finite both. See the first sentence I have done myself. I like to play with puppy. Okay, here you can see I like. This is like. This word is verb. Play, this word is also verb, right? But here you can see, here if like, I like. If you are watching this verb, you are getting a directly subject. Like, who likes, I like. This verb has a subject. But this verb, play is denoting by this action word. I like what? To play. So here play, before it to, this word is there. So this to play. If you see this portion of the sentence, if you see this verb of the sentence, so you can see you are not getting a directly verb. Subject. You are not getting any subject. Why? Because this verb is denoting by this action word. I think you can understand. I like to play with puppy. But if you questioned to this word, to this verb like, so you are getting directly a subject, I. So this verb, what should be it? It should be a finite verb. And what should be it? This should be non-finite verb. I think you can understand. And now when I will discuss with you what is infinitive, what is participles, what is gerund, after that I will give you to find out infinitive portion, participle portion, gerund portion. Okay, if suppose you already know about the three parts, and suppose you are getting here in this sentence, so it's okay, but I will tell you only find the finite portion and non-finite portion just right now. Okay, if you are getting any gerund, if you are getting, suppose you already know about in the previous year, already you have learned about this all, so you can understand which is infinitive, which is participle. It is very easy for you. It will be very easy for you to find out. But here I will suggest you only find out the finite portion and non-finite portion. Okay. In the second sentence, see, she works hard to pass the test. Here similarly you can see another thing. She works. This is a verb. Works hard to pass. This is also another verb. Pass is also verb, right? So see, here works. If you want to see the subject related to this verb directly, you can see this subject. She works. Who works? She works hard to pass. But here you can see, pass, this verb is not sitting here only. It is sitting here with this word, to pass. Right? So I think now you can understand which is finite verb, which is non-finite verb. I think now you can divide it. Next sentence, smoking is prohibited in the kitchen. Here one extra thing you can see, smoking. This is ing form. Smoke is a verb, you know, and ing form is given here. So it is one division of non-finite verbs. Okay. Next, he went to the city to find work. Here also similarly you can see finite verb, non-finite verb, you can find out. Next, but each and every sentence you don't get finite and non-finite verb both. Okay, just notice that. Next, the boy saved the cat from the dogs. Here saved, this is a verb, right? Here saved, this is a verb. So what kind of verb this is, finite or non-finite? You are getting a subject here, the boy, but there is nothing about non-finite verb. I think there is nothing, right? So that is what I'm telling, sorry, that in each and every sentence you don't get finite verb and non-finite verb both. Okay. Next, I have finished my dinner. The nurse is dressing the wounds of the patient. The mother makes tasty cookies. He wants to launch. This is I'm writing here again, otherwise you can't understand. It is launch. Okay, he wants to launch a business. The doctor is attending to the patient. Okay, so it is your duty to find out finite and non-finite verb. What you have to do is just you have to write down in this all sentence in a copy, in your copy, and just underline. Okay, and underline, and after that you will write finite, non-finite, F and F. It will be easy for you to understand after some days, right? Okay, so this is your practice work. Please do it, and please send me in the comment box the answer script. Okay, so till then wait for the next video, because I will discuss the next 3 portions, the 3 divisions of the non-finite verbs on the next video. Okay, thank you so much. Bye bye.